The Adventure of Sebahigi, the Hunter. There lived a poor man along Okanyaru River in the southern part of Rwanda. He was unlucky with his traps. He always found he caught the inedible animals such as big frogs, snakes and rats. Sometimes, small predators such wild dogs fell into his traps. His wife mocked him for failing to bring home any game meat like other hunters. All this made him feel very unfortunate. He resolved to keep rabbits as his source of meat. He then decided to move all his traps near the river because that was where all the animals went to drink water. The traps did not catch the animals there either. The situation remained the same for several months. One day, as he was roaming the forest, he found his trap had caught a lion. He was so angry that he lifted his spear, ready to kill it, when the lion told him, "Sebahigi, do not kill me. Why should I spare you?" asked Sebahigi, and added, "Do you spare us? Have I ever eaten any member of your family?" asked the lion. "I must kill you because you have eaten many of my friends. You are the enemy of mankind." The lion said, "Sebahigi, I know that you are a very poor man. I have watched you hunt in this forest for several years. I have come purposely into your trap so that I may save you from that uncomfortable situation. If you want to become the richest man on this land, then set me free. The choice is yours." Sebahigi hesitated. He recalled how miserable he had been. He remembered his wife's mockeries. But then, he also remembered that the lion could eat him if he set it free. He lifted his spear, ready to kill it. The lion asked him to think twice in order to make a good decision. So, he asked the lion, "Listen, Mr. Sebahigi, we animals we do not behave like human beings. Lions kill only when they are hungry. We never attack other animals aimlessly. We even choose which animal to kill before we decide to attack. We are never jealous like you. Instead, we feel very proud when people prosper. Above all, we must prove our generosity." "It is really up to you to choose," replied the lion. Sebahigi thought again. He recalled that he was, after all, leading such miserable life that if the lion ate him, his miseries would end there. On the other hand, the lion would perhaps keep its promise such that he actually had nothing to lose, either way. He decided to untie the lion. The lion congratulated Sebahigi for his choice and told him, "Follow me." Together, they disappeared in the thick forest, and soon after, they arrived in the land of lions, where he was treated to a very warm welcome. There, every type of crop flourished: bananas, maize, beans, and potatoes were plenty. However, the only food that was eaten in that land was meat. Any other crop was regarded as flour. Every hour or so, a dead antelope or buffalo could be brought to the king lion. Sebahigi got the opportunity to eat all the meat that he got misses for long time. Though lions enjoyed raw meat, Sebahigi was free to cook the meat. Every day was a holiday in that land. Soon, he got fed up with meat. He asked his host to let him go back to his village. The kind lion obliged and gave him a magic stick and told him, "This magic stick is a special gift for your kindness. Once you reach home, find a safe place in the house and keep it there before you do anything else. You will be able to understand the language of animals." They said goodbye to each other. Sebahigi left hurriedly. Being a hunter, he thought he had the advantage over other hunters because he would understand everything animals said. On reaching house, he did exactly as he was instructed and immediately found himself surrounded by loyal servants, in a place like home. His attired clothes turned into beautiful robes that were only worn by kings. When he looked beyond the compound, he saw large herds of cattle, all belonging to him. He was indeed the richest man in the land. He marveled and wondered what could have happened if he had killed the lion. As he sat down, his dog came, jumping happily around him as it wagged its tail. He patted it gently in return and whispered to it, "You're now a rich man's dog." One could easily tell that they had really missed each other. Then, another dog came and Sebahigi went to greet him. It was a stray dog that paid frequent visits to Sebahigi's homestead. Both dogs had become intimate over the years. They sat down near him and started chatting. "Hey, did you know that there is going to be a very long famine in 2 months' time?" asked the stray dog. "Of course I know. I am looking forward to eating a lot meat." "Just imagine we are going to be very fat," replied the other dog. The dogs observed how fat the cows were and started salivating. "If I were you, I would advise my master to accumulate a big stock of provision for sale during the long famine," said the stray dog. "Oh, come on. It is unfair to take advantage of people's misfortunes," said another dog. "But that is their nature. Human beings succeed by taking advantage of their friends' misfortunes," replied the stray dog. "Oh, no. Then human being must be the worst creature on earth. In any case, my master would not understand our language. It's even useless to try telling him," Sebahigi's dog said. Sebahigi had keenly followed the dog's conversations, and before long a severe drought occurred. All the crops dried up and nothing grew for 2 years. As a result, there was nothing to eat and many people as well as animals died of hunger. The only source of food was Sebahigi's stock, which he sold at an exorbitant price to his emaciated neighbors. He grew even richer than he had ever been before. Finally, heavy clouds appeared in the sky and it started raining again. Plants reappeared and land became green once more. Soon after, people started harvesting and life came back to normal. After some time, the stray dog came to Sebahigi's compound to greet its friend. "Did you notice how your master took advantage to his neighbor's misfortunes during famine?" asked the stray dog. "Yup," answered another dog. "My friend," said stray dog, "I am sorry to inform you that in 2 months, all the girls in the village will die of plague. Only those who live on the other side of the river will be saved." Sebahigi had again followed each detail of the dog's conversation, and on that very day, he went to the other side of river to start building a new house and moved in immediately it was complete. No sooner had he moved to the other side of the river than all the girls in Sebahigi's former village died of a strange deadly disease. He came back to the village long after the plague was over. All his 8 daughters survived and he became the only father-in-law to all the young men in the village, which made him the community's most important man. One fine morning, the stray dog came again. Both dogs started chatting under the tree where Sebahigi had escaped all calamities and suspected that he had understood all their conversation. Then Sebahigi's dog said, "Okay, that's good for my master, but the only problem is that he keeps all his information to himself." "Why doesn't he advise his neighbors?" the stray dog answered. "Didn't I tell you that it is human nature to take the advantage of their fellow human beings' misfortunes? I can assure you that we are lucky to be dogs. Anyway, I am sorry to inform you again that your master will die today." "What?" yelled the other dog. "Yes. Your master will die today at the sunset." "What should I do?" asked the other dog. "Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You will simply watch your master die. However, he may survive if he returns the magic stick to the land of lions and lose all his wealth." Sebahigi looked to the sky. He observed that it was still early. He looked at all his wealth, his diamond, gold and other precious metals. He looked at his innocent wife and children. He had never taken a time to appreciate how his own children were really special, for he had spent most of his time trying to make himself rich. He looked to the sky again. It was midday. He observed his gardens. Flowers were blossoming. Birds sang happily in the trees. They flew from one tree to the other as if it was a holiday for them. He saw how happy they started feeling jealous of them. He started throwing stones at them. Whatever sound they made, he started feeling that they were mocking him. He could neither eat nor drink. He looked at the stick. He recalled how miserable he had been before receiving it. He seriously started choosing between death and poverty. Meanwhile, time pressed on. In this situation, what would you have chosen?